Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? And welcome to the next episode of Hot Choc Chat.
I love Hot Choc Chat. Woohoo!
So today I'm joined by my hilarious brother. Do you want to say hi to them?
Hello.
Your name is?
My name is Brother.
His name is Reza. And I thought today we'd chat about careers and how we choose them, and you know, the journeys that people go on to try and find the right career for them. Unfortunately, our mugs aren't very related to what we're doing today. He's got a Dory mug. Do you want to?
That means you have to forget about everything that I say to you.
Because Dory is forgetful. I've got a Buzz mug just because, you know, Buzz is cool. I guess both of these characters are very good at going for what they want. Yeah. So obviously you might not be aware, but me and my brother, we grew up in a few different countries, and we spent quite a few of our, I guess, school years in Iran.
And we're siblings.
Yeah, of course. And we've already said that, Reza. This is not meant to be a hilariously funny video. So basically, Reza was too young, but in Iran, I think it's around 15 or 16, something like that. Yeah. You have to choose, once you, I think you'd like to do the first year of high school, then you have to choose whether you want to do science or maths or like arts or something like that.
Or just don't follow anything.
Or just leave. But that's, if you do that, people will obviously look down on you, unfortunately, in Iran. Thankfully, I never had to do that. I never had to make that decision, because then we moved to Europe, Vienna, and then Austria.
So everybody looked down on her because of that.
And then England, London. But in London, obviously, you did A-levels, I did A-levels as well.
No, I did both. I did international system.
You did both of them?
I did IB first. And then
so with IB, how does that work? Do you have to choose what you want to do, or is it just like a very general everything that you need to study for your exams?
Well, I did the NYP system, which is kind of like GCSE.
Okay.
Yeah, so you get to pick similar number of subjects as GCSE, and yeah.
So you still got to pick?
For that period, yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the A-level equivalent, which is the IB, you have to pick, I think, 6 topics. So
okay. Do you remember what you picked?
I didn't, because I went.
Oh yeah, because then you went to the A-levels.
Yeah.
At that time, what did you think you want to do?
When you
were doing your IB?
I was 15.
Yeah. Did you know at all what you wanted to do?
Yeah, because I went to the open days, courtesy to you, to various open days, because you were selecting your own choices.
Yeah, okay.
So I thought I liked psychology and law at the time when I was looking at the people in the stalls.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that you kind of chose the topics based on what you thought obviously you wanted to do?
Yeah, so I picked A-levels when I moved to A-level college.
What did you do again?
Well, I started off with, biology, math, history, and English.
Okay.
And then after 2 weeks, the whole system changed, because...
Why? Sorry?
Because
Sorry?
the college I went to, they said, oh, you have great grades, so you should do medicine. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll do that.
Oh, right, so the college, it's almost like the college thought you should do that. It wasn't really you?
Yeah, I love you if you're watching me as my A-level college. But yeah, no,
genuinely? So
yeah,
they were the ones who kind of pushed you towards maybe
a lot of schools, when they know that you are very gifted and talented like I am, they, you know, see you as a point, so they want to advertise you and to say that you've got to med school.
I didn't know that, Reza. I thought you just, so obviously didn't...
I didn't know that either, I just really recently discovered that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I forgot because of Dory.
So then you didn't end up just aiming for medicine after that? So you were just like, okay? Or?
So then I said I can go into psychiatry as opposed to psychology, because by that point I was am I supposed to look at you guys? You
can look at me, we can chat, we can look at both of them, we can have, it's almost like it's me, you, and the audience, so the three of us.
And the chocolate as well.
And the hot chocolate chat as well, yeah.
Okay.
Continue.
So,
Dory and Buzz.
Dory and Buzz. So I changed. So after 2 weeks they said, you know, do medicine, and so I said okay, and then they said okay, you have to change your A-levels, and I changed from history and English to chemistry, and I didn't have time to do
physics.
History. No, I never believed in physics. Okay. I'm a physical being, and that's enough for me. So yeah.
Wow, that must have been quite tough.
It was 2 weeks in, but it was tough for a different reason, because I'd been to 10 schools in 4 countries previously, so
He was just confused. It was like, what is going on?
I hadn't had the
Exact education that they wanted
consistency.
to, yeah.
So, for example, chemistry, I had no idea what was going on.
Right, chemistry I found the hardest one. So I also did my A-levels here. By the time I moved to England, London, which is where they do A-levels, I should have just gone straight to university. However, unfortunately, because I went to an American school when I was in Austria, the American education system is very different to anywhere else in the world, particularly Europe and England.
God bless America.
So
I love Donald.
Duck, you mean Donald Duck? I love him too. He's a great duck. Yeah. But yeah. So I should have gone straight to uni, but unfortunately, they said. So my story is very different, guys. Lord have mercy. You know it. I always thought that I had to do medicine because I was in Iran for the first a little bit of my education. I'm 3 years older than him, if you couldn't tell. I'm born in 1990. He's born in 1993. So you can't, you can't, because I'm so much more mature than you, and you just don't understand. You can't grasp my maturity.
Exactly.
What was I saying anyway?
When I moved to London,
so
after graduating from
exactly. So because before the American school, I was in Iran, and like I said, the system there is that when you turn like 15 or something, maybe 14, you have to choose between either science or maths, and literally those are your 2 options. Or you can go to art school, but everyone in Iran looks down on you if you do that, so that was not an option for me. So in my head, I was like, I don't like maths, I'm not good at it, so I'm definitely gonna have to go science.
In your heart? In
my heart, I wanted. You know this. I wanted to be an actress. Like
what about in your soul?
In my soul. So this is the thing. For me, I think doing anything creative was never an option when I was younger, which is really sad. But I think it's the case for a lot of people. That's why I'm doing this Hot Choc Chat, to try and show that it's not. It doesn't matter. But yeah. So then by the time I got to England, I was like, well, the only thing I can do and I'm potentially good at as well, because apparently I'm also very gifted, is medicine. So there was no way they were going to allow me in England to go into medicine or apply to universities that teach medicine with my American diploma, because no offense to the American educational system, but it's just different. It's just different, and I don't want to say it's more simple or easier, but it's just different. They focus on much different things than they do in England. Yeah, the English educational system is a lot better, I would say, and so is the Iranian system. Like in Iran, you learn so much more than you would learn, I would say, in America. But anyway, that's besides the point. So obviously I had to do my A-levels in 1 year instead of 2 years, because I didn't want to fall 2 years behind. That would have been ridiculous. So we moved to England in August, and then I was like, oh my god, I need, like, I've got 1 year, 1 educational year to try and do my A-levels, cram them into 1 year instead of the standard 2, and try and somehow get into medicine as well, which is very difficult, as you would know as well, because you also applied for the same course. So I did chemistry. What did I do? Chemistry, biology, and French. Absolutely hated chemistry. I ended up getting, of the 3 A-levels I did, chemistry was my lowest mark. In the end, I got a C in it. Now you guys know. I got an A in French, a B in biology, and a C in chemistry. But I hated it. It was again so different to the chemistry that I'd been taught in the American school in Vienna. So yeah, that was me. I also was like almost not forced, but everybody wanted me to do medicine. College, my parents, everyone was like, yeah, that's it, you're doing medicine. So I was like, oh my god, I'm doing this A-levels, I need to try and get AAA, which obviously I didn't.
I wanted you to do medicine too.
We've talked about this already.
Because Dr. Michael had a very...
Oh my god, Reza, we can't talk about such weird things. Guys, anything that he says randomly, just ignore it, because he just likes to be funny and bring up really weird...
Doctor called
bring
Dr.
up
Michael.
weird...
Very soft upper torso.
Oh god, you probably don't even find any of this, like, you don't worry. If you're confused, it's fine. It's just some childhood jokes.
So are we. We're very confused.
All the time. Anyway, so that was my journey. Obviously, I didn't get into medicine because it's incredibly difficult. It's so what's the word I'm looking for? There's a word, competitive. Medicine is not sexy. I mean, it might be for some people. So it's very competitive. Obviously, I didn't get in. I mean, even if I had, like, I'd never got in anyway, because in England, what happens is that they obviously tell you whether or not they accept you, and then you have to get the grades, the marks to get in. I didn't even get accepted, but I got accepted into biomedical science instead, which was my 5th option, because you can only apply to 4, or at the time you could only apply to 4. Do you know if it's the same now, Reza?
I think so.
Yeah, because you've got 5, you're only allowed to, basically, in England, it's different all around the world, but in England for university you're only allowed to apply to 5 different universities. There's a limit, and if you're applying for medicine you can only choose 4 universities for medicine. The 5th one cannot be medicine. So I got into my 5th option, which was biomedical science, Queen Mary, blah blah blah. And then I'm literally like, looking back now, I'm so glad I didn't get into medicine, because I would not have survived it. I wouldn't have enjoyed it, because even with biomedical science, even though I did it, I got in, I did it, I graduated, everything was fine. In my 2nd year I knew it wasn't for me. And so yeah, that was my journey in terms of university. How about you?
I was born, yeah, and I thought that I wanted to be an astronaut for a very long time.
This is so not funny.
It is true.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Well, we know when I was younger I wanted to be a hairdresser. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you actually? Did I ever
No,
tell you this? No.
no.
Okay. That was like the first thing I wanted to be.
I wanted to be an astronaut.
Okay, I think that's.
Then I had a dream that I went to the moon and I ran out of gas and things got wrong. So.
Did you read Tintin on the moon?
No. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Did that affect you in any way?
No. And then, over the years, having gone to 10 schools in 4 countries, I discovered that there's a commonality between human beings, and that is that we all have knots from our past that we don't really tell everybody. And so random people would come up to me and share their secrets, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do more than just listening to them. And that's when I was like, let me study psychology.
Well, obviously you didn't though. You applied for medicine.
Well, absolutely, but that was because of the devious plans of the A-level.
No, so I want to say I'm trying to figure out what happened after that. You applied for medicine. Was it fixed choice psychology?
So yes, no, I didn't, because I got so convinced that I wanted to do medicine, because I am a very driven and gifted guy. So I spent 2 years of A-levels going through a process of nerdification, where you basically create a machine, a medical school applicant machine out of yourself. So, you know, acquiring work experience throughout the summer and
just doing everything to make sure you
watching documentaries instead of Nickelodeon
and reading books about medicine.
Reading books about medicine.
Did you read Trust Me, I'm a Junior Doctor?
No, I don't trust him. So yeah, and then, you know, the 2 years went by, and then I applied, and then I got to.
You can say it's fine.
No, I got 2 interviews.
Yeah, you did better than me.
And then, even though I had A-star AA on my A-levels, and I had an immense amount of work experience, both nationally and internationally, I didn't get in. And it was the last year where the fees were going to be 3,000 instead of 9,000. So we changed. No, we didn't change. That's why it was even more competitive.
Yeah, everybody wanted to do it that year.
Exactly, and so what happened was I hadn't picked a 4th or 5th subject.
Did you not? Did you just join?
I was certain that it was going to be medicine,
wow.
So I said I'm going to go gap year next year.
Wow. Did you do a gap year? I can't remember.
Well, no.
And then you obviously realised.
I found Queen Mary UCAS Extra, and also Exeter gave me a random offer instead of medicine to do psychology.
Right. Okay.
And then I decided to go to do psychology, just because I said, probably I've done everything I can to study medicine, and if it hasn't worked, then probably I need to get 3 years of experience as opposed to just 1 year being a gap year and finding myself in India and doing things that people do on gap years. So hi guys, we're on a break from our hot chocolate challenge.
Challenge?
And we're just about to continue this conversation.
No.
We've gone from birth to schooling years and going into university, and this is the second part.
So you did 3 years of psychology at Queen Mary. I did 3 years of biomedical science at Queen Mary.
Yes.
Were we ever there at the same time? No, because you're 3 years.
1 year. I was there for 1 year when you were there.
Yeah, you were for 1 year. When I was in my 3rd year, he was in his first year. It's just interesting that we both got in the same uni as well, just because we wanted to stay in London, I guess, and you know, that's just how it worked. Going back to me, when I finished my biomedical science course, you remember, I think that happens with a lot of people though who go to uni. Even if it's exactly the same, the exact subject that they always want to study, when you graduate, you do go through a period of just like not knowing what to do, because it's just not as easy. Suddenly you're like no longer in education, and it's like, sorry about the noise outside guys, it's suddenly you're like, Lord have mercy,
someone just died.
What's next? And this would have been in 2000, and I am very old, this would have been in 2012. Excuse me. You're turning 25 soon. Yeah. Next month.
Send me birthday gifts. It's coming next week.
6th of May.
6th of May. If you don't wish me happy birthday, you're not allowed to watch this video.
So yeah, and then I was very confused for a long time. I was actually really happy. I was like, I'm just gonna not care for a while, like for a few weeks. I'm just not gonna do anything. I was out of education for the first time in my entire life. I never took a gap year or anything. I'd always been in education. I'd always known what the next step would be. I knew for a fact that I wasn't gonna work in science. Like, it was not something I wanted to do. I found this out in my second year of university. But like I said, because I was already at uni and I was like, you know, I've already done a year, might as well just finish it, so I've got a degree to fall on. But I knew for a fact that it wasn't the right degree for me. It wasn't what I want to do the rest of my life. I didn't enjoy any of the lab works that we did, but I still finished it. I still graduated. It was still okay. But I was trying to figure out what to do really with my life. And weirdly enough, do you remember? You helped me out.
I did.
Do you remember what you said and what you did?
No.
Do you actually not? So, I went through a time of, like I said, not knowing what to do, and I was very confused, and I was looking at different courses. And when I was a child, I wanted to be first a hairdresser, but that was like a very small dream. And then for a long time, I wanted to be an actress, to the point when I was younger, I used to tell my parents, I am going to become a doctor because that's what I'm meant to do, and that's what you guys want me to, and that's what people do, and that's what the way forward is apparently. But just so you know, I will still do acting. Like, I'm going to do acting as a part-time job. So I was looking, and I was obviously very much into theatre, as you guys probably know. So I was like, maybe, you know, do I want to be an actress? Is that what I want to do? So I was like looking at courses. I did a couple of like small short courses in acting. Do you remember when did you come to that show that I did at the
West End?
Yeah, in the West End. It was amazing. It was just like a one-off night that I performed with a group of people where Phantom of the Opera is at the Her Majesty's Theatre. So I did little things like that, but I still was not sure what I wanted to do, and I was so confused. I did like a couple of other acting courses as well, just on the low-key side. I didn't even tell my friends about it. And luckily I was living at home, so I didn't have to worry about a job or anything. And then it was Reza, actually. I don't remember why. I was just so confused for a long time, and Reza was like, I don't know if you messaged me or told me this in person, randomly you were like, what, did you not think journalism would be a good course or a career for you? Do you remember? Do you remember at all? Do you have any memory of this?
No, nothing.
It's so funny because it wasn't a big moment for you, whereas for me it was. It was literally like, Sam, you do all your YouTube stuff, you write a lot, because I used to write all the time. I mean, I still have a blog. I don't update it as often because I'm so busy with YouTube, but I used to write blogs all the time, blog posts, review shows that I'd see all the time. So Reza was like, that could be something that you should look into.
Yeah. That's one of the many moments where I've inspired people.
No, but he did. I was very proud because nobody knew. I was like, I'd gone to my parents, I was like, Mom, Dad, what do you think I should do? They didn't really know. By that point, thankfully, they'd also become open-minded enough to not like care that I didn't want to do anything sciencey. But yeah, it was Reza. And then I found a course. It was like a one-year course, a postgraduate course, and I was terrified because I'd not had any experience in journalism. This is the thing.
I was really terrified.
Of what?
Of you going to.
He's so annoying, guys. How do I live with him? How have I survived him for like 25 years nearly? So I was terrified because I had no experience. I was like, doing the application for that was one of the most terrifying moments of my life, really, because I was like, I'm probably going to get rejected. They're not going to accept me, obviously. But I gave them examples. You had to give them examples of some of your writing and some of the videos that I'd done. And I applied, and thankfully they allowed me to do it. It was a course where, you know, when I read about it, they said, it doesn't matter if you didn't do journalism as an undergraduate. You know, we accept people from all sorts of different degrees, and thankfully they accepted me. And it was oh my god, the noise. It was a one-year course, and they're just celebrating because I got on that course, really. And yeah, it was really good. It was a lot more in tune with what I wanted to do. It still wasn't exactly what I wanted to do, but I enjoyed it so much more. I felt so like actually alive. I actually enjoyed my you know, time there rather than at Queen Mary when I was doing biomedical sciences. Some of the courses I enjoyed, some of the subjects that we did I kind of liked and was interested in, but for the most part I was like, I have no idea why I'm here. And I made some great friends, so I have no regrets for going there. If you're a friend, shout out to you. If you're a friend, Sophie, Sindhu, Priya, you're my babes. I'm your babes too. Darling, you're not. Sorry. Look sad.
Hello darkness, my old friend.
So yeah, that was it. And then afterwards I went straight to doing an internship, a journalism internship with Euronews, which is a news TV channel. It was good. I was there for a few months, and it was a paid internship, and I learned a lot. It was terrifying, again, because it was my first proper journalism job, job that was like related to my skills. And that internship finished, and I learned a lot. But again, I realized it's not completely what I want to do, because it was a lot of news writing, and as much as I love writing creatively, I'm not, you know, I wasn't enjoying constantly writing about the news. Like, it was like every day, oh, this is happening, write it in like a same format. It just wasn't as fun. But it was so much more into what I wanted to do, and I still would consider myself a journalist because, you know, I feel more in tune with that than saying, oh, I'm a scientist. That's definitely not me. Let's go back to you.
Okay.
What happened after you finished your 3 years of psychology? Did you enjoy it? Was it what you wanted? Would you realise that was kind of what you wanted to do? Or?
Yeah, it was amazing actually.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
Psychology.
Yeah.
Psychology was, so the first year was a bit of an existential crisis because it was like I studied to get a star AA and I was a very phantom type student during my A-levels in order to be as successful as I wanted to be. And why am I in Queen Mary where there's, you know, I got it off UCAS Extra, no disrespect to Queen Mary. Now it's actually my favourite unis from all the other ones that I've been to, so if you're the other unis, please be jealous.
But I can understand why, Reza. I get it completely because you're saying you were doing so much work, almost like to become this product that they wouldn't accept as
and
for
then
medicine.
If I wanted to do psychology, I would have gone somewhere.
Yeah, you would have done it so
much more
differently.
reputable. So for a while it was that, but then I kind of took matters in my own hands and I started the Psychology Society. I founded it as the first president, and it was mainly the people actually. So shout out to
Your
her
babes as
friends
well.
and my babes as well,
Good
because
people at Queen
the
Mary.
people at Queen Mary are very wonderful people. Honestly, you need to go to Queen Mary to become a fantastic human person. So then I went there, and because of the amazing group we had, we actually managed to make the psychology course, which is only 2 years old, into something quite phenomenal because of the extra bits that we added through the society that we were creating. So that was really interesting. And in terms of career plans, I think when we were in third year we had to decide, and it came to a point where we were like, okay, so most people would go into clinical psychology. Some people wanted to go into other domains like forensic, other things. Some people just hated psychology, so wanted to go into something entirely different. I was thinking probably clinical psychology, but I said I want to give another shot at medicine because I always thought I could be in psychiatry and then practice therapeutically anyway.
Yeah.
So I applied to medicine again in the third year of psychology, and once again I got an interview, and it was really weird because I prepared like a crazy man. However, they said that I was over-prepared, even though it was the weirdest excuse.
Wow.
And I still, if you're that university, you know who you are. I am ferociously angry with you, and you need to know that you did a very big mistake for making that excuse. I appealed to them and they still didn't give me an answer.
That is a stupid excuse to like say no to someone.
It was ridiculous. So therefore I said I'm going to do a master's in mental health. Well, I applied to like 7 different masters during the summer.
Because you're allowed to do that with masters. Doesn't have to. There's no limit, right? I've not done masters.
Well, you can apply in the summer because they take until June, July period.
I see. Okay.
So I applied to loads, and then I decided to do mental health at King's only because IOP was very reputable. It's like the best place to do psychiatry training. So shout out to that. There's so many shout outs, it's so annoying.
It's really annoying, God.
We should just stop shouting. So then I went to do a master's in mental health, and then I did that, and it was a phenomenal experience because again, I got loads of work experience and loads of amazing experiences. I also got to work in the National Psychosis Unit with like amazing people, and then I applied to medicine again because I was like, this is the last time applying. So the last time I applied, I didn't prepare at all. So if you want to study medicine, this is the key. Don't prepare at all. Go in there with all, like, just entirely yourself and be a bit foolish and strange. And also, the secret is to take mouthwash with you. Because if you take mouthwash just before you go in and a slice of black chocolate, the whole thing changes for you. So that's what I did. And then I got into medicine in Bristol. I had another interview at Leeds. And
did you just not go? Or?
Hey?
Did you not go to your Leeds interview? Or
I did. They didn't take me either.
So Bristol was the choice.
Bristol was the one.
So you did 2 years there, right? You've done about 2 years, 2.5 years so far?
2.5 years.
Yeah. And now you're on a little bit of a gap?
Yeah.
And you're enjoying it?
In what way?
As a course, I guess. Is it what? Because basically, you took a long time. You wanted to do medicine for such a long time, or you thought you wanted to do it because your college like forced you into it,
yeah,
more or less. Is it kind of worth it now? Do you think?
Well,
Because you've had so many university experiences, it's almost like...
Yeah. So the thing that happened was, if you don't know what you're doing when you graduate from school, from uni, that's what I did when I did psychology and I finished. Go on a week holiday and take nothing except books and A3 sheets of paper, and you will find the answer for yourself. And this is what I was saying, because I wrote down my name in the middle, and I started putting branches out of different things that I thought Reza was as an entity. And that really helped, because you start realizing all the different parts of who you are, and you say, how can I utilize most of these domains and skills and interests into something that becomes a career? And a lot of books that I was reading at the time gave me an understanding that actually in today's world, you're not supposed to be chasing after the career that the world says is the career, or like a title, but rather make your own career based on your gifts and talents.
That is one of the best things you've ever said, and that's so correct. And another thing that I believe in as well, Reza, and I think you do as well, is that you should never just be one thing. Do you agree with that? Like, I think as children, everyone, and especially when you're growing up and you're told you need to now choose a career, you just think there's only one career, and oh my god, if this is it, I need to choose to do this for the rest of my life, and that can be quite terrifying, because who knows, we hopefully most people will live up to the age of 50, 70, 80, who knows, maybe 90 even, and it's terrifying to at that young age be like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. That's something that's really helped me now, because obviously, as you guys know now, I work at the Royal Opera House. I'm a front of house person. It's a job that really doesn't require too many skills. I mean, of course, customer service skills, but it's not. I could have got that job even if I'd not gone to university. But I love it, and it's great. And I've got some great colleagues. I've got great workmates. I enjoy it. I enjoy the environment of the theatre. And as well as that, I'm doing obviously YouTube, which I'm incredibly lucky that I make a bit of money from it. It's not obviously my full-time job, but it's a part-time job for me at the moment. It gives me a bit of money, and I love it. It's almost like all my creativity, everything that I want to do goes into YouTube, and all my just fun and wanting to be around people and wonderful people and theatre is when I'm doing my other job. So I'm very, very lucky, and at the same time, I don't feel like that's going to be it. I don't think, oh my god, maybe in a couple of years time I might be like, oh, I actually want to do something else now, or focus on something else. Maybe I might even want to go back to science, who knows? I don't think I do at the moment, but I might do. In a couple of years times I might be like, oh, I actually really missed what I was doing with my journalism stuff. Maybe I can do an internship, find an internship in journalism again, and can continue that path or career. And with the same as you, I think, because obviously you do medicine, you've been doing a lot of science stuff at university, but you also do acting stuff, and it's really great. He's been doing a lot of acting stuff very successfully. You performed at the Edinburgh Fringe last year.
Yeah, I did.
How was that? There's a vlog of that, you can watch it if you want.
So as she said, you can never be one thing, you have to be at least 7, like Voldemort.
At least 7.
You see how Voldemort was so successful? That's one.
That's the quote of the day. You have to be at least 7, like Voldemort.
At least 7.
Yeah, and I think that's something that if you guys are, because I know a lot of you guys are younger watching me, I think it's one of the main reasons I wanted to do this, is so hopefully you'll realise that you shouldn't stress too much about it. And if you do a career or A-levels that you don't think is the right thing for you, and you hate it, and you're like, oh, I don't even know if it's what I want to do, don't worry, don't think it's going to be the end of the world. If you don't get into uni as well, obviously me and Reza both did go to university, but I think so many people stress out, or I don't know, they just think that that's what they have to do. And I think if you don't know, if you have literally no clue what you want to do, what's the point in going to university and spending all that money and time when you just don't know what you want to do? What do you think about that?
The reality is you should never not know what you're doing. So what you can do is you can say, I don't know what I'm doing.
But I'm going to I'm going to spend some time to find out.
Yeah, so there's different ways to do that. And one way is to experiment. One thing I read about is that the 20s are your apprenticeship phases in life. So that means that the best way you can fill that time is to follow the things that are resonating with your heart. And if that is a career, then great. If that is spending time mowing the lawn, then you should do that. Because over that 10 years you will start spending enough hours mastering that craft or technique or whatever, that then you will be able to have a better understanding of yourself and also that particular craft or the series of crafts, but don't make it too many, because then you will become Voldemort and die prematurely. And and then you will be able to find who you are,
maybe then focus
and
on
then
that.
your 30s will become the years where you spend spend it creatively, and especially
watering
today,
those areas maybe that
with
you...
the online environment and YouTube and things, there's so many chances of doing things in an entrepreneurial fashion where you create your own profession and you serve people and at the same time get paid for it, which people find to be
mental,
weird.
crazy, but weird. Yeah, like YouTube was not a job 10 years ago at all, and there are still like it continues to do new things that are becoming jobs. When I first started making videos, I never thought, like, you know, nobody was making money from YouTube. I was just doing it as a hobby, and that's why I feel even more lucky that it's something that I can actually make a bit of money from. But I think what Reza was saying as well, when you said that you should, you know, if you're not going to uni, if you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't matter, don't like panic, but like as I said, do try and find out what you want to do, because an existence where you don't know what you're doing, and if you don't have any passions, I think it's a very sad existence. I think you always need something, and it's fine if you don't know what that thing is, but you find it. Like, it could be anything. So that's why Reza, I think...
And there's ways to do that. I mean, the ways you can do that. I know that I've dodged all your questions so far about acting and my personal plan. But that's less important. I think the more important thing that I've discovered from them is that, there are ways to do that. And one of them is to, for example, think about yourself when you're just about to die and have conversations with yourself and see, you know, what are the things that you wish that you gave to this world before, you know, you shut your eyes, and then whatever happens next, you know, God cares. But but one of them is that, and the other way is to think about what happens if you have, you know, the cliche of, you know, if you had all the money in the world. No, that too.
Oh yeah. All the money in the world. What would you do with the money?
What would you do? Another phenomenal way to think is to not think about, you know, some people say, well, how much money do you want to make? And people think it's selfish, so I don't want to ask for too much. But actually, it's good to ask for too much, because if you have to go beyond the million, you have to go for billion, because you have to think about how much capability you have to be able to provide for yourself, but then also to be able to give back. So as long as your mission at the end of the game is service, I think that's what I would personally stand for, is as long as you want to give value to the world in some form, and also as long as you value what you are doing.
Yeah, I think that's more important.
Well,
I think as long as you're happy with what you're doing.
Well, you know, if you value what you're doing,
then
it's going to be of service to somebody else, because somebody else is probably waiting for you to be doing what you're doing so that they can also
that
find the same
is literally
value.
it. Yeah.
So
that's why it's so good to be true to what you want to do, because there'll always be somebody who will appreciate that and want that in some way, and it will affect that, what you're doing will affect them in a way. You might not even know, like, it doesn't have to be, you know, a doctor or something that you're properly serving people. It could be anything, literally. Like you said, like mowing the lawn, that helps people. Like so many things. Like,
develop good habits. That's the other very important thing. So be very repetitive with the things you do. Consistency is key in terms of, you know, building a craft. Nothing's ever easy. It's about doing the things that, you know, even whatever you love, you'll find days where you don't like it. Like when you're up every night doing these videos and I never get to see you, but it's fine, because it's part of the passion of doing, you know, knowing that as long as you're consistent.
Or like with you, with all the classes that you take constantly, the courses that you take, because you're trying to build on them. And also, don't be scared to try new things as well. I think that's another thing. Even if, no matter what age you are, if you suddenly think, I don't think I'm enjoying this job, and you're like, I just want something new, I want a new skill. Don't be scared. I know it's difficult maybe to find a course and pay for it, but there'll always be ways to find it, even if it's like YouTube tutorials, just anything that can continuously make you feel better and find your career in the end. That's actually very good. I think this is what changed a lot, and when I finished psychology, I changed my system of values from boring things like honesty, because nobody cares about that anymore, to courage. And courage is a very important virtue. You're a Gryffindor and I'm a Gryffindor. Did you know that? I'm Ravenclaw apparently. Why have you changed? You used to be a Gryffindor. I think recently I did when I was Ravenclaw. But I can still be a Gryffindor. I can see you as Ravenclaw as well, actually. I'm a Gryffindor, so but courage and all that. Keep the courage, because courage, in today's world especially, where so much is going on, you need to be courageous to be able to give a shot at anything, no matter what the noise is around you. And if people say no, you have to say yes. And if people say yes to something that you really don't want to do, then you have to say no. And that's all about courage, and it's about knowing yourself, and it's about practicing it, because sometimes schooling systems, cultures, things like this program us to to say,
I don't know anything, I need to become a machine, you tell me what to do and I'll follow that, you know, step by step, which is necessary, but only as long as you're resonating with what you're doing.
Yeah.
So courage in all the different dimensions, I think even in life it's very important. Yeah.
Well done.
Are we finished?
No, give me a little high five, please. Thank you.
Are we continuing?
So I think that's more or less all I have for today. Is there anything else you want to add, Reza?
I mean, we can always keep on talking.
We could continue talking, but I feel like it's already been quite long.
If you have any questions, write it below.
Yeah, in the comments.
This platform, and I'll personally answer it for you.
Alright, if you want a personal answer from Reza, leave comments down below. It doesn't even have to be questions if you want to just kind of add.
If you want to send happy birthday messages, send it underneath this YouTube video.
Yeah, wish Reza happy birthday in the comments. Reza will definitely read them. He'll be a happy boy. Instead
of gifts, if you send likes to this, that will make me happy.
Look at that! You're like such an entrepreneur. Yeah, give this video a like for his birthday coming up on the 6th of May.
That's all that I care about in life.
Likes.
Yes, especially when they come virtually in the form of thumbs up. Because I have a thumb that goes a bit backwards. Dory's back. This is a sign that we need to forget about everything that's happened in the video so far.
But that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, bro, for being in it.
That's the end of the video!
I knew you would do that! If you watch any of my old videos I've ever done with Reza in the past, like 5 years, I've done quite a few, just search for them. He's always very hyper like that. Today was very good, I'm very proud of you. Oh, Lord have mercy. What's
balls.
That? Wait, can we do a little bit of juggling? By the way, Reza taught me how to juggle.
This is courage, you see. If you
need 3 of them.
Build a career out of being a juggler, you just have to...
Yeah, there you go, well done. Can I try? I'm not going to be as good.
Make sure you pick your balls correctly.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Oh no, we need to watch them before we put them back on. Thank you so much for watching. Reza, you want to come back into the video?
Thank you for watching!
Thank you to my bro
if you couldn't be watching...
You okay? You okay, darling?
Thank you so much for watching.
I hope you enjoyed this Hot Choc Chat. I hope you're looking forward to the next month's version of it. I don't know what the topic will be yet, but it's been very fun.
I hope there's no more hot chocolate in there.
There'll be hot chocolate always. We have finished ours, by the way. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye!
Nothing like a hot chocolate in the summer.
So hi guys. So hi guys. Oh my god, you're so annoying. So hi guys, how you doing?
Welcome to the next episode of Hot Chocolate Chats.
Hot Choc Chat. We can just keep that if you want.
Yeah.
Let's do one more time just in case. 1, 2, 3. So hi guys, how you doing? And welcome. No. It's gonna take 5 hours if we continue like this, Reza. So Reza.
Yes.
You can look at me sometimes when you talk. Have you finished this already?
Let's go back to me.
Lord have mercy. So, what happened after you did your 3 years of psychology? Let's go back to you. Oh shit, Reza. Can you help me out here? Give me a tissue, straight. Thank you. I got too excited. I've got hot chocolate all over me. Let's go back to you. Back to you again. Whatever I say. I didn't mean it. It's not even called back to you, is it? Is it?
No.
Back to who? Back to you. Who knows? You wanted them to wish you happy birthday.
If you want to wish
no,
me
we're not starting with you. I'm going to come and sit next to you. You can't just start talking when I'm not next to you. No, we haven't even finished the video yet.
Okay, let's continue with the conversation.
Come next to me. No, we're not going to continue, darling. Reza, we need to finish it. Smile! Smile! Reza, just one small smile. You're so annoying! Reza, please! We need to go. Your friend's waiting for you. Why are you not as tall as me? Okay, fine, you don't have smiling. Thank you, guys. Oh, such an annoying boy. Thank you.